tickling my nose so badly. Get off! Ugh, gosh, goodness gracious. Okay, what is going on with itching? Okay, tickling hairs are everywhere. The other cool thing is these only took like 2 coats and they dry right away. These only took like 2 coats and they dried.
Hey everybody! Lately I have come across some really weird ways of using products. So not really in their intended use, but these are some really just off-the-wall beauty tricks that I kind of just happened to stumble upon. I really hope you can get something useful out of this video. I know for me they're complete life changers, so let's get into this. First off, antibacterial dial soap. This is just normal bar soap. My husband uses this and I was out of brush cleaner one day and I decided to try just antibacterial bar soap. Now, just so you know, none of the brushes I own are natural hair brushes. They're all synthetic. So I don't know if this would really work on natural hair brushes. It might dry them out. I don't know anything about that. But for my synthetic brushes, it has worked wonders. Also, I use this to clean my Miracle Face Sponge by Real Techniques every day. Every time I use it, I wash it with this. And you just wet your beauty blender or your face sponge, whatever, and just kind of get some water in it, and then just kind of scrub it against the soap and kind of work the soap in the sponge, and then rinse it. And do it as many times as you need. Sometimes I'll need to go back in 2 or 3 times just to get all the makeup out of it. But after I give it a good lather, I'll rinse it and then keep rinsing it and squeezing the water out. And then once the water coming out is completely clear, not foamy, not makeup colored, then you are good to go. And it is the quickest, easiest way to clean brushes or face sponges, and it is leaps and bounds cheaper. So it's like, I don't know, $4 for a pack of like 12 of these or something. So it's like the cheapest soap money can buy, and it's been doing a fantastic job. It's also antibacterial, so it kills all that nastiness. You know when you're in a pinch and you need to shave your legs, but you don't have time for a shower? You never know what to use. I used to use lotion, but it would gunk up my razor. I have never been a big shaving cream person. I personally use my creamy body wash by Michael Todd, the Wild Rose one. It's very conditioning and doesn't have any water filler, just a lot of aloe, so it works wonders to shave. I was in a bit of a pinch and didn't want to lather body wash all over my legs, so I used this organic face nourishing cleanser, Boots Botanic line. This is an olive oil moisturizer, and I have very dry skin at the moment, so I've been using this to cleanse my face and it doesn't dry me out at all. But I slapped this on my legs to shave the other day, and it was the best decision of my life. I barely needed any in my hand, and I wet my legs beforehand with a little bit of water, smoothed this over them, shaved. This is like the Hydro Slick Gillette. I don't know what it is, but there's like 5 razors in there, so that's pretty awesome. But I used this to shave, and it left my skin so moisturized and lovely. And all I had to do was take a damp towel and just kind of rub my legs over, and the residue left by this moisturized them so much. And this cleanser, I got it off drugstore.com. It's not that expensive at all. It's probably like $7 or $8, and I hardly needed any to shave my legs. So this would last you forever. And if you have dry skin, look into this stuff. It is the best, most moisturizing cleanser I've ever used. I have a couple tips for those pesky dry patches on your feet in the summer. I use the Michael Todd Soniclear brush that comes with a body attachment. This is the body attachment. The bristles are shorter and a little more abrasive, and I've lately been loving this when I paint my toenails. This Soniclear brush is amazing. The face brush, that's amazing in and of itself. It's in my last current favorites video. So I talk about the face attachment more than I do the body one. The body attachment, I will use this with my Michael Todd Grapefruit Scrub and scrub the living daylights out of my feet. So I'll take my nail polish off, I'll cut my nails, I'll remove the cuticles on my toes. I do that with like my little cuticle scraper thing. And then I will go in and just go crazy. Especially I get like dry skin patches on my toes and on my heels. And this also helps kind of smooth out all the loose, dead skin on your feet, along with the scrub. It does just a great job of making your feet baby smooth, like you've gone to a salon for a pedicure, and it is so easy. So I have been loving it for that. Keeping on the trend of pedicures, I have this cuticle cream that I absolutely loved. It saved my cuticles a year ago when I found it at Sally Beauty Supply. It's only like $3 a tub. It's so cheap. It's called Hoover's Choice. It's by European Secrets. I don't know all about the name. They must use it on horses, whatever. I just know it works wonders for my cuticles. And I will rub this all over my feet at night. Not every night, because you will wake up and have that like, that residue on your feet. And if you have like a hard floor, your feet kind of like stick to it. You know what I'm talking about? So the nights where I put this on, the next morning, I'll just kind of wash my feet in the tub real quick before I get up and going, or else it will drive me insane. And I'll like leave lotion residue on the wood floor in the kitchen and crap. But this softens your feet. This kept my feet in sandal ready condition all winter. This worked in the winter. So this stuff's amazing. It moisturizes and almost plumps up the skin and really makes your feet baby soft and sandal ready. For nail polish, I have quite the collection of nail polish. And I got these little nail polish swatches at Sally Beauty Supply when I was there one of those past times. And I really, really love this. I can now just lay all these out and see what colors I have. These only took 2 coats and they dried right away. So you can kind of like try on colors and go around and like, ooh, kind of compare, oh, would this look good with my skin tone? Would this look good with my outfit? You know how some colors can kind of dry differently than they look in the bottle? This is a great way to get it out there and see what they're really gonna look like. And I'll show you some of my other ones. I tried to group them together in kind of a way that made sense. So you can just see some of the colors. If you want to do like a nail combo, it's really cool because then you can kind of like compare colors and see like, oh, this purple looks kind of good with this bronzy color, you know, and kind of figure out like what color you want to pair with whatever neutral or metallic to your liking. This is one of my other favorite ones. Just some pretty, very subtle shimmery ones. And this one I showed to my husband and he thought I was completely ridiculous because these all look black, but there's a gray purple, there's a navy, there's a burgundy, there's a dark purple, and then there's a black. So just putting the record straight there. Okay, so that is a great way to look through my collection. I don't have to dump out my whole bag of nail polishes. I also write the names on the back, kind of in the direction of whatever colors on the other side. So it took a while to do this, but after it was done, I was like, I kind of want to do that again. I'm really weird. I could play with nail polish all day. Along with nail polish, I use these little $1 e.l.f. brushes. I've been doing this for like a long time, probably over a year. I'll take these little nail brushes and dip it. I like using, I will talk about this soon. This is the, this is just the tub with like the giant sponge in it. I can't really like show you that well because it'll pour out. So you just kind of like stick your fingers in there. But what I like using it for is it's just a great way, you can dip the brush in and just pick up a little bit of nail polish remover, because if you pick up too much on the brush, it'll flood the nail bed and it'll mess up your nail polish. But I find I just get just enough just by kind of touching the sponge, and then I can just kind of rub off any nail polish that's gotten on my cuticles. And this brush is a buck at Target. e.l.f. brush. It's an e.l.f. concealer brush, and it is amazing. Sometimes the ends will get kind of ratty and gross, and I'll kind of just trim the ends in whatever angle I want them to go at. And since it's a buck, you know, it lasts me a few months. And speaking of this little tub of stuff, there's kind of like a spongy material in this. I really like this for when I've messed up one nail and I'm at risk for messing up all my other nails by getting a cotton ball out, putting nail polish remover on it. Like, it makes you cringe. You know, you have a fresh, beautiful manicure, one nail's off. You can't live with it. I can't live with it. I can't live with it. I'd rather have no nail polish than one messed up nail. So I'll just stick that one finger in here. You can stick it in there and like move it around and kind of scrub off the nail polish. It gets everything off, and I don't have to worry about messing up the rest of my nails. So yeah. Yeah. And for my last weird beauty tip trick thing, I have this daily makeup brush cleaner from Sephora. Now the reason I mention this is I just get foundation marks on my makeup table. And they're really hard to remove. I feel like most cleaners just kind of smear them around. But I use this makeup brush cleaner. I just spray a thin layer of this on everything. Once I've wiped it down and there's still streaks on it, I spray this on there and like one swipe, all the makeup comes off and it is like clean as a dream. It's just amazing. So I really like that for just more than brushes. That concludes my weird makeup tip trick video. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope you found some of these things that can save you money and time and effort. So it's just some simple solutions. I love finding solutions. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, let me know. I'm gonna still be collecting some tips and whatever I can absorb as a makeup lover. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!